Border Shadow Squad. Protagonists VO. They tell you the frontier is for the brave. They're lying. It's for the desperate, the broken, and the ones who don't have anywhere else to go. I was the latter. Security contractor. A glorified babysitter for corporate cargo that was too dirty to move with a real army. The money was good enough to keep me from asking questions. And the planet, Xylos, was just another rock in the void. Dust, storms, and the distant, constant hum of the corporate refinery. It was quiet. Too quiet. Then the ambush hit. It wasn't just a pack of scavs with rusty blasters. This was planned. Coordinated. My team went down in a flash of plasma fire. The comms went to static, and the last thing I heard was the sound of my own panic. I was a dead man walking. Hiding behind a rusted cargo container, my blaster felt like a child's toy. The odds were 10 to 1, maybe more. I was waiting for the final shot. Just waiting. And then, they arrived. I didn't see them at first, just the aftermath. The flashes of light were too fast to register. The gunfire was precise, a symphony of silenced shots and the wet thud of bodies hitting the red dust. I risked a peek. 6 figures. No, 7. Moving like a single organism through the swirling storm. Their suits were like nothing I'd ever seen, shimmering with a strange energy, the color of the desert one minute, a dark gray the next. Their heads were covered by sleek helmets, but I could see the faint glow of their eyes, pulsing with unseen data. They were the Border Shadow Squad. The Vanguard Valkyries. Another frontier legend I thought was just a myth. I was suddenly no longer a dead man walking. I was a ghost. My fate now lay in their impossibly capable hands. The one in the lead, her voice calm and clear over my busted comms, spoke with an unsettling authority. Phantom Leader. Target secured. Perimeter is clear. Let's move. One of them approached my position. Her movements were so fluid, so graceful, it was almost insulting. My hand instinctively tightened on my blaster, a pathetic reflex. She stopped, her head tilting. Phantom. He's not a target. He's collateral. Another voice, a soft, almost playful one, cut in. Phantom. Oh, look. He's trying to hide. I heard the distinct click of a safety being disengaged. I froze. Phantom Leader. Leave him. We have a mission. Phantom. Just a little fun, boss. I let out a breath I didn't realize I was holding. She was gone in a blur, a ghost in the swirling dust. The leader's voice returned. Phantom Leader. Who are you? Raven. Just a contractor. Raven. I was running a delivery. Phantom Leader. Intel confirms you're a high-value civilian. We're getting you to the drop zone. Don't slow us down. I scrambled to my feet, my muscles screaming in protest. They were already moving, a silent procession through the treacherous, uneven terrain. I had to run to keep up. I was a clumsy, loud, walking bag of meat next to them. I watched their movements, their suits shimmering, blending in with the environment. Their feet made no sound. Their bodies moved with an unnatural grace, almost like a dance. It was terrifyingly beautiful. I couldn't help but ask. Raven. What are you? The leader didn't break stride. Phantom Leader. We are what you are not. The snarky one, the playful one, drifted back to my side, her voice a low murmur. Phantom. We're specialists. Tacticians. Engineers. We're what you become when the battlefield is everything. You can call me Spectre. I looked at her, and she was almost a part of the landscape, her suit matching the craggy rock we were passing. I could see the glow of her implants through her visor. It was like looking at a star map. Raven. And her? The quiet one? Spectre. That's Ghost. She doesn't talk much. You'll get used to her. We came to a precipice. Below us, a ravine filled with thick, alien fog. The scuttling sound of hostile fauna echoed from below. The rest of the team was already gone, disappearing into the fog. Spectre. You coming, Raven? Raven. That's 100-foot drop. Spectre. You'll be fine. She was gone. I took a deep breath and jumped. I landed hard, but not before two figures, one on each side, cushioned my fall. They were strong. Unnaturally strong. They didn't even flinch as I hit the ground. I was on my own again, but the squad was always there, a few steps ahead, a few steps behind. I was a liability, but they kept me alive. The further we went, the more I saw. The tech specialist, a woman with a calm, focused demeanor, was hacking into an old security system, her fingers flying over a console. She looked up at me, a brief, fleeting smile on her face. Technician. Just a little old-world tech. Nothing to it. I couldn't help but feel a flicker of admiration. They were all like that. Perfect. Focused. And yet, there was a camaraderie that was unmistakable. They moved together, a collective mind. Medic. Incoming. 3 hostiles at 10 o'clock. Phantom Leader. Ghost, 2 at 10. Spectre, 1 at 11. Spectre. Got it. The silent enforcer, Ghost, simply nodded, a fluid motion of her head, and vanished. I saw the results a few seconds later, a muted thud as a body hit the ground. I was getting a bit more comfortable with the silence. It was a professional silence. A silence of trust. A silence of deadly efficiency. I started to pick up on their cues. The way they moved their hands, the subtle shift in their posture, the brief, cryptic words they exchanged. They weren't just a team. They were a family. A strange, cybernetically enhanced family. Then it happened. The main convoy we were supposed to rendezvous with was under attack. I looked out, and I saw a dozen armored vehicles, their cannons firing, their bodies riddled with laser fire. The enemy was a rival corporate faction. They were stronger, and they had more firepower. Raven. They're all over us. We're not going to make it. Phantom Leader. We have a plan. I watched in silent awe as they moved. They split up, a perfectly synchronized formation. One of them, a tech specialist, hacked into the rival faction's comms. Tech specialist. We have them. They're running on an old-world cipher. We can scramble their comms. The enforcer, Ghost, was already moving, her powerful body a blur of motion. She was a wrecking ball, a force of nature. She was taking them down one by one, her movements as elegant as they were brutal. The tech specialist was a ghost in the enemy's system. The medic was a shadow, her hands flying over her own biometric displays, healing her teammates. They were a ballet of death. A symphony of destruction. A perfectly choreographed dance. I was a spectator, a pawn in a game I didn't understand. The leader, her voice calm and serene, spoke to me. Phantom Leader. We're in. We're taking them down. The battle raged on. The air was filled with the sound of blaster fire, the explosion of grenades, and the screams of the enemy. I watched in silent awe. They were more than a team. They were a collective consciousness. A perfect, beautiful killing machine. The final shot was fired. The final enemy went down. The comms were silent. It was over. The leader walked over to me. She was bruised, her suit was torn in some places, but she was still a statue of perfection. Phantom Leader. You're safe now. We've completed our mission. You're free to go. She turned and left. The rest of the team followed, disappearing back into the swirling dust. They were ghosts. Phantoms of the frontier. I was left alone, bruised, battered, but alive. I watched them go, a part of me wanting to follow them, wanting to learn their secrets, wanting to become one of them. But I knew I couldn't. I was just a man. A ghost in a ghost ship. And they were the Vanguard Valkyries. I was left with the indelible memory of their collective power, their individual beauty, and the chilling effectiveness of their integrated existence. They were a perfect fighting force. And I knew, in the dark, silent depths of this planet, that I would never forget them.